Bit of a yellow turbo fan in the background there. A fan is a great idea. If you position your fan correctly, you can get rid of the smoke out of your breathing zone. If your school has a fume extractor, snorkel hood type thing, definitely pull that thing down and suck those fumes away from you. Okay, so I'm just holding a tight arc, and what I mean by the outside of that rod, I can almost feel it scrubbing here and there on the base metal. I'm not trying to jam it in there deep. When you get on groove welds and bend tests and things like that, definitely clean the mill scale. Practicing restarts is something that pays big dividends. I used a 12-inch long T-joint today just for that reason, so I would have to do a few restarts. So let's look at a restart here real quick. There's the crater where I stopped. I like to strike the arc right in front of that, long arc it a little bit, and then take it right into that crater, and then take off and weld over top of all the arc strikes and crud that I just laid down. You just don't want to have arc strikes outside of the weld zone. You want to weld back over top of any arc strike. Now it's time to stack a second bead on the bottom half of that bead. This is my rod angle for that. I'm pointing a little bit more toward the bottom member. And I'm not exactly going to stack it exactly halfway, more like 2/3 of the way over top of that first bead. I'm kind of lining the top edge of that bead up with the toe of the previous weld and trying to keep that little spacing, the edge of my bead, an even distance from the toe of that previous weld. Now this is sped up a little bit because I don't want to leave any arc strikes outside the weld zone. Alright, last bead. Rod angle is just a little bit different. I'm using a slight drag angle, but I'm angled definitely more horizontal, pointing the electrode into the top member a lot more to avoid undercut, which will tell us if we got penetration into the root, or if we got any voids in between beads, or if we got any undercut or low spots. So let's speed the rest of this up so we can get to the cut and etch. Okay, let's knock that slag off there, give it a wire brushing, and take a look at it. The great thing about a cut and etch test is while the puddle is still fresh in your mind, you can kind of correlate what you see as far as how deeply everything penetrated or didn't penetrate. And then you can make adjustments to either your procedure, your amperage, or your technique, or something. Or you just show yourself that you don't need to change much, and everything worked out okay. Either way, one test beats 100 opinions. Well, thanks for watching. My online store is at weldmonger.com.